This session brought to you by Odyssey Games for pre-orders and sealed product, CCG Prime for tons of singles and supplies, Cardo Doko for international rulers looking for product, and fowlibrary.com for articles and wonderful deck lists, as well as our guest lecturer members King Pearlshine, Vite Ramen, Mognite, and Darren Noblock. Class is in session. Hello everyone, this is Jeremy, the host of this podcast. Sorry, I had to do it. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome back after many long weeks of Force of Will to your favorite ever live Force of Will podcast. It's Office Hours featuring myself, DMO73, and I'm joined tonight by Patrick Ogrins. Patrick! Hi, buddy!
Hey, I didn't get to go to Worlds, but hey, I'm here anyway.
Hey, you're here. We got some swag for you. The crew came through, got some swag for you from Worlds anyway, and we're here and ready to rock. And boy, howdy, what a Worlds it was.
I was awake for most of it, at least most of the stream.
Yeah, I thought the stream was like really nice, like
it
really
was very
cool.
nice. The cams, the player cams, were actually surprising to me.
Yeah, I didn't know anything of what the setup was going to be walking into it, and then I was like, I brought a mini stream rig for myself just as like an oh crap button. Did not need it at all. Walked in and I was like, oh.
Was that not what you guys were using for the cards? Or did they have another program up for card pictures?
We did bring our system for cards on screen and life totals. That was all that Ruler School contributed. We contributed commentary, life totals, and cards on screen. Everything else was 100% the company and Rio rocketed out. Can I just say, was truly an honor and a privilege to get to hang out with Rio. Like Patrick can attest to this, right? Like when Rio was announced, like when we met him, I was like, I must meet this man. Like I would like to be his best friend. And true enough, he was a great guy. It was really nice to get to know him, and we're Discord friends now, so I can talk to Rio whenever I want.
Nice.
Yay. That's the real swag. None of the other swag matters. It was just the connection to Rio.
More inside
connections. Stream was a little bit cut off, but it was cool. I don't know what happened there. The recording on that happens tonight or tomorrow. I was waiting for one more thing to come in to add a little extra spice. So something with Rustin. Rustin's doing something, I'm sure. A Valhalla box that Rustin is opening. So a few kind of things just to get inside kind of housekeeping rules. It's been a bit. First off, pre-orders for the next set, Clash of the Star Trees, are available right now with Odyssey Games. They have boxes and pre-release kits. You can check those out in the link in the description. Also, this coming Saturday is the Ruler School July Discord exhibition, which is for this beautiful playmat here on the screen, the Little Maria. Keep in mind, it is a special format. We are forcing you to play Grim Tag. You have to play a ruler combination of the Grim rulers for Tag, keeping in mind that because we're forcing you to do it as a rule, if you don't own a rule extension card, that's okay. We're just house ruling that everyone has it.
Basically, so whoever only got a kit and not a case.
Yeah, so we've got you covered on that. Top 8 will be walking away with this Little Maria playmat, and it goes to help be a fundraiser for FowFest for more stuff for the prize wall, which now that Worlds is over, we are full swing into FowFest prep, which is great because when on the Saturday after Worlds, I finally got the finalized playmat for this year.
It looks so good.
So if you haven't seen it, I'm about to pull it right up here. This is the FowFest playmat for this year. I'm going to pull it up full screen. This was done by Apollinio Draws, wonderful artist that we were connected with. And this is this year's Force of Will Festival playmat. There will be the one that's available on the prize wall, some ones that we're going to give away, as well as the champion, top 8, and top 16 variants of this mat available and for staff. Anyone to win. And staff. But you can't win a
staff playmat.
Yeah, you have to work for me to get that one. But yeah, that playmat is going to be available for FowFest, which is, again, the last weekend of October of this year. We hope to see you there, and hopefully soon to be able to announce that it's a GP. We're still working on that. I can impersonate him because I'll never be him. My pronouns are... What is it? My pronouns are he because I'll never be him.
Damn.
That's the meme. There it is. David, make the meme. Here we go. I'll look longingly at a picture so that you can meme it. But yeah, that is the TCG Prime. Do you get a staff mat? We'll talk about it. But yeah, this is the mat. I'm super happy with how it turned out. The whole idea for it was like school festival vibe, and everybody knows that in every anime nowadays, the school festival clearly has an idol group doing some kind of rock show. So that was what we were going for with this mat, and I'm super happy about it. It's the band girls, which is awesome. Trying to see if we have any other like business stuff to talk about other than FowFest. Pre-orders, FowFest, tournament. Nope, that's it. So,
something circuit series? No.
Oh, more information on that will be coming soon, but it has been approved. So, be on the lookout, friends who don't have a locals, or maybe has a locals who wants to try to fire a cool event within your locals, because Ruler School's going to have you covered here very soon. You gotta love it. When will we get spoilers? Probably within the coming weeks, I imagine. I haven't gotten my official ones yet, but I did ask for mine, so we'll see when that comes.
It's coming up pretty quickly now. We're about a month out, almost.
Yeah, 25th is, so we are exactly a month out. So I imagine probably this next week is when we'll get stuff going. So that'll be, I look forward to that, because what we really need to talk about, but we'll talk about actual like the tournament of worlds probably in a different podcast where we have a full crew, especially after we get the GP report from Paul. But that, I have two things I really want to talk about. One is ABC, and one is like the event announcements at the end, because
so many announcements.
Yeah. So here's the funny thing. Day 2, Charlie and I are walking into the venue to like get set up in the morning, and we just see that image, you know, the image on the screen, and I just go, ah, I start screaming, and Rio from the other side of the room is like, ah, you can't see that yet. And turns off the screen. I was just like, oh.
I was sorting through my collection still while watching the stream, and then all of a sudden I look up and that image was there, and I was like, oh god.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll get to that image in a bit, but I was then sitting on having that image in my head for the entire day 2 stream, just being like, can't talk about it, don't know what it is, gonna wait. And then so I was expecting something at the end of day 2. What I was not expecting was everything that got announced. And so if you haven't already seen it, we're going to talk about it, because holy crap, it was amazing. First off, we got our first 10 spoilers for the set, which is the contracts for the new rulers. I can show you, because I have them here. One second. I do have them here, I promise.
Have them there, what?
Not the. I have the.
I was like, wait a second.
So you can have the rule. So you can see the rulers. So they do truly just say tag on the front of them, and they have the world stamp, obviously. So we didn't know anything about what the rulers were gonna do. We do now. They're vanillas, which is okay, because I really like their contract design. It seems very, very fun. King Pearl Shine, don't worry, we'll get there.
We're
gonna go ahead and jump into these new contracts. Right out the gate. So the way these contracts work is we're gonna cover ourselves up on screen for a bit because of how the screenshot was. They're regalia, and then they have a seal. To get to contracting, they have like a seal component. So like they provide you some benefit while they're sitting there, and then as you like charge power and get seal unlocked, then you'll go into it. Keep in mind, cards like Dark Alice, Manifestation of Rage just unlock seal cards sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So like,
man,
do
Blue,
just have
Blue gets
things
left behind again because their seal is the ruler.
Also, isn't the blue seal? Isn't Planet? No, it's Flute.
It's Flute.
Nah, don't worry about it. but Flute is Alice Cluster. So maybe.
No, she's Lapis Cluster.
Still, maybe Lapis Cluster is probably about to have a tag. So the idea is they like build power, they hit a seal that you can like reduce its seal cost from by doing other things. by playing into the archetype, and then you can contract with them by just tapping them, which, by the way, is then an activate ability, except it's well set to be only during your turn. So thank you. But the other thing that's nice about them is they're mythic, and they specifically say you can only play this card or its abilities if you control the matching ruler. We figured out how to make Regalia be specific. We've done it. We've done it.
We don't give it a regular effect and then say, if this is this, you get a bonus effect.
We just say
you can only play this card if this is your ruler.
Yeah. So we're going to go through these really quick. First up, we have Tigre Plateado, Star Tiger Fur. Quick cast for 1. Card has Magic Stone, Wind Magic Stone. Magic Stone type Wind Magic Stone. It seals based on the number of Wind Magic Stones you have. And then it draws a card on enter. So pretty standard. The fact that it has quick cast is kind of nutty for like helping her set up, but it's not too bad. And then she flips over into the Wild Estrella. She's a 10/10 with precision and pierce that destroys all J/Resonators with flying your opponent controls and then recovers a stone. And whenever you play a wild skill spell, it gets doubled.
So we're going back into like Mage Arts and Sword Arts, except they're called for the skills of each ruler. Things.
And we're also going back into like green having a trample aspect, because green has had like the trample kind of stuff in the past. It's been kind of flopped between red and green, most notably with the old elephant thing. Like those tokens had pierce before, so we're going back into that. If the wild spells are good, I mean, you only need 2 and it's 4,000. So there you go.
Just put Ame on her too.
Good. Please stop.
Damage.
Please stop. The extension rule will provide Brad tag. Please no. So she's pretty neat. Nothing like too crazy. Obviously, we're just getting the scratching the surface. We need to see her like matching skills. Then we have Dominatus, the Star Gladius, Regalia Contract, also quick cast. Only works with Tina. Draw a card and get a token with flying into the field. So like immediately better than the green one because it also plus ones. Seal X, where you have to have a lot of different fairies. I remember a card that said they were like, it's going to be good for next set. Don't worry. And we were like, no.
We're going back.
Well, we got it.
We're going back.
To lingering scent of the fairy stonks rising quickly.
Light fairy.
And then if you contract it with Tina, only during your turn, becomes Tina the Virtuous Stella, who is a 7 stars fairy. Fairy J/Resonators you control gain +2/+2, so she herself will just be a 12/12 flying at the base. Whenever you play a Virtuous skill, you get a token and 2 +1/+1 counters on everything you control. So, white weenies.
White weenies go hard, as usual.
Fairy white weenies archetype, which is cool. This is going to be great. I think that's pretty cool. The fact that she just makes a token on enter for the Regalia is kind of nuts.
I think what I might want to see, to go off on the skills part, because I know some of the Mage Arts and some of the Sword Arts were reprints of previous cards as well. If we did get reprints of Alice cards or that kind of thing as these new skill cards, skills, like Beast Queen's Counterattack or something for a wild skill.
That would be cool.
Or
that would be very
something
cool.
Like that.
That would be that's certainly a way they could definitely take it. Especially if they're going to be adding these like tag
to Atlas
with
Cluster.
Like Atlas Cluster. That's a really cool way to add it. That's a good point. Next up we have Life Zapper, the Star Statue, the quick cast mythic. Enter, draw a card, put 2 tokens into the field, but they die at the next end of turn.
They're ethereal, I think, right? Also,
they are ethereal tokens. Yes.
So that does work into ethereal stuff.
Yeah, it does. Where X is the number of minus X, seal is minus the number of things is 6 minus the number of things that have died on your side of the field that turn. Minus the number of resonators that have left the field this turn. So it's both sides.
Bouncing, RFGing, grave.
And both sides of the field. And then it becomes Stein on the other side, who the artwork for this guy is sick, by the way. 10/10, Drain Bane, ethereal J/Resonators you control get +2/+2. He is not an ethereal, keep that in mind. Whenever you play on enter, it deals 200 damage to up to X target J/Resonator, so where X is the number of resonators put into a graveyard this turn, so like a cascading death kind of thing. Whenever you play a deathly skill spell, put a 4/4 Darkness Resonator token into the field. It gains at the next end of turn its controller banishes it, and you can banish an Ethereal Resonator to give him Eternal and Barrier until end of turn. I would like to note, you know what card's really good if we're in a Darkness deck that wants to sack stuff? Moan of the Dead.
That's also good. Yeah.
Like,
I was like Soul Hunt right now, but with
Soul Hunt. We're thinking probably interdimensional graveyard's gonna start coming back. Like
that and ABC just.
Oh, I know. I'm well aware. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Yeah, he's pretty cool. The artwork is sick. Cool extra like usage of the ethereal resonators outside of Reinhardt. They get 100%. Next up we have I'm not gonna attempt to pronounce this, just like Rio didn't attempt to pronounce this. I'm just gonna say the Star Scepter. The only non-quick cast of them. So like, why?
Dang.
Like quick cast. Oh, blue? Nah, no quick cast for
Of course
blue.
not.
Enter, draw a card, get a flower edition of total cost 1 or less from your hand into the field. So this is intrinsically a little bit better because it actually is like getting a second full card into the field as opposed to token generation.
So this is a misprint again. It just doesn't have the lightning bolt. It has quick cast in the text.
Oh, you're right. It does.
I was gonna say, I'm like, no, they all have quick cast.
No, it does. I just was looking at the upper left corner. Great. Thank you, Force Will. I appreciate it. Thanks, Matthew. Yeah.
Yep, now everybody's picking it up. There we go, stream delay.
Appreciate it. And then X is the number of flower additions you control. X is the number of -1s. And I gotta remember, is Illusionary Flower of Sorrow a flower?
I don't believe so. I think
let's check.
It might be
flower.
For some reason, I'm thinking
it is just
treasury.
a flat. It is just a flat addition. We do not have any flower type additions currently in print. You sure about that?
Thanks, John Cena. Are you sure about that?
So pretty neat. And then flips over into our blue boy here. This is Niklaus, the Enchanting Etoile. Again, that Etoile.
Yeah.
10/10 Flying Barrier. Thank you for giving the blue flyer barrier. Thank you for giving it to your others. Flower additions in your hand gain quick cast. Flower additions you control become 10/10 resonators with flying. They are still original type. Excuse me. Whenever you play an enchanting skill spell, rest up to 1 target non-magic stone entity. Dig it. 100%. Feels like a blue win con. Feels like an
let me make this as usual.
Feels like an actual blue win con. Because sometimes blue is like, oh, this is a cool idea. And then you're like, but no win con.
But what if I just play kimonos instead?
That's fine.
Kimono tag.
Sweet Rose Edition Resonator. Okay, we got a flower. There you go.
It's an edition resonator. Oh no.
And lastly, we have Protuberance, the Star Whip. Seal X. It just doesn't do anything other than contract. Although it does have an enter effect. Enter, because they didn't print it here. It's draw 2 cards, discard a card, produce 1 red, and spend this ability only to play the activate effects of J/resonators you control. I had to lean in.
That's actually good, though.
Yeah, I mean it's a quick cast Gwyn that also like replaces itself.
Yeah, it replaces itself. It's free,
pseudo free, but yeah.
Unless you Ray.
It's very interesting. I think that's cool. And then its quick cast is it's a storm deck because it wants you to be playing a bunch of blazing skills. So there's that.
I am fine with storm.
Yeah, it's fine. Let it happen. Branhart, Blazing Stern, 10/10 with Swiftness and First Strike. Whenever you play a Blazing Skill spell, it deals 400 damage to target player or J/Resonator. And then you can play 1 red. Target Blazing Skill in your graveyard gains Remnant until end of turn. Play this ability only once during your turn, and only once per turn. So a cool little storm continuance effect.
I feel like this guy would like Soul. Not Soul. Who was the new Valhalla Resonator that banished you red cards from your graveyard in order to produce Will?
Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. He's in a lot of the ABC decks. The red mana ramp dork dude. Yeah.
That's not Isis.
Mm-hmm. This guy's cool. I like his character design. I like the artwork for him. I'm not much of a red burn player. He's very clearly leaning towards being a burn storm deck, but like, I'm fine with those existing in FOW, so it's cool. Let it happen. It's cool stuff. So those are our contracts. We do have 2 more, actually. Sorry. We specifically got, not from the announcements, but just before Worlds happened, we got to see the pre-release promos and the buy-a-box promos.
Which are the Lenneth and
the Lenneth and the other dude.
Yeah.
And then Lenneth, Guardian of Legacies. It is a 0/0 with Flying Drain. It still has the name of her front side in addition to her other names. It's so hard to read for so small. I'm going to move this over here so I can read it.
Oh, I can see it.
Well, you know what? You're better than me. It's fine.
Oh, I'm also watching on the stream and not on your
it's fair.
monitor.
+4 for every 7 King's Rulers you own revealed outside the game. Enter, you can reveal one from outside the game that doesn't share one and keep it revealed. So it's a free, like, Origins of the 7 lands.
I was going to say, she wants to play Origins. Absolutely.
God's Art, Quickening of the World Tree for 1 white. Put any number of cards in your hand on the bottom of your deck in any order. Draw that same number of cards. Search your deck for an avatar of 7 lands and or a card named Blade of the 7 Lands Excalibur X. Put it into the field. If you do, shuffle your deck. Can we talk about how instant speed tree 1 effect when you want it is kind of cracked?
It's like they combined Foment, Tree 1, Origins, and Lenneth all into
a card.
One card.
A God Art. And then a God Art. That God Art is cracked. Like, one of the biggest inherent weaknesses of Tree 1 is the fact that, like, if your opponent is playing smart, they can force you to go to Alice when you don't want to.
And then life loss kill you as well. Because it doesn't proc off of life loss, I believe.
Right. This is just saying, like, no. I want Alice now. Don't need life low.
It's time to pay taxes.
Don't need life low. Make life now. And that's pretty cool to me. I think that's really cool. I think especially because Lenneth feels like she's probably going to tag with Tree 1 anyway. So that's kind of neat. So then you could potentially have like 2 Blade of the Excalibur X's. Or 2 Alice's.
Super taxes.
Super taxes. Which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, overall very cool card. Like that a lot. And then we also got Sebin, the administrator of the maze, who's probably going to tag with Dark Tree. Same kind of thing. Can we talk about his name for his ruler side is $T@R? I cannot believe
it's the corrupted thing, right?
Yeah, I understand. It's still funny.
Well, like, Sebin 7 is in German, right?
I think we're still missing
7 in German, right?
We've been missing 7. Yep, we didn't have 7. We finally get 7. We don't have 2. No, we have 2. That's dry. We have
Ein, zwei, drei.
We don't have Spy. We don't have Spy.
No.
So we're missing 2 and 7. So we're getting 7, which means probably we'll get 2 next set too. And then we'll have all 9.
We'll get 2 and whatever their arc, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, that's some future announcements.
Jade/Resonators, your opponent controls gain -2/2 for each 7 Kings ruler you own revealed outside the game. Enter, you can reveal the 7 Kings. God's Art is Bay 1 black. Shuffle all things from your removed area into your deck. Shuffle all Magic Stones from your removed area into your Magic Stone deck and draw 2 cards. So, Dark Tree. Just like a reset button for Dark Tree.
Tag Dark Tree, go.
Yeah, very clearly these are setting up for tag Light Tree, tag Dark Tree, and I think that's cool. I think that'll be cool. You got to respect the life.
To play Dark Tree.
Just play life loss stuff or get good. Or be prepared to have Divine Lightnings so that you can turn off Dark Tree for its turn and then kill them. It's fine. Don't worry about it. These are very cool. I like them a lot.
Just play
I like the
Rumsfeld.
design of them a lot.
No, never mind. That doesn't work
Rumsfeld
anymore.
doesn't
My
stop.
bad.
That doesn't stop it.
I'm still old new Rumsfeld in my brain.
Yeah. At this point in time, we're only missing Zwei. Yep. This is very cool. I like this a lot. Both of these cards are cool designs, very clearly setting up for what the tags are. Obviously, we want to see what the rulers are and what their contracts are, the front side of the contracts are. But again, the artwork on these is sick. And so
We do know they're regalia.
And we do know that there are regalia, so they probably have.
They probably have quick cast and mythic.
We've seen the Caduceus already, so we just don't know what it does. So, okay, all of that is still not everything for the announcements.
What next is the promo pack?
Next up is the Memoria collection that is in set 5. We were curious about what it was all going to include, and what it is including is all six of these top 6 cards, which is the Errata Origins, the Dark Alice, a new Moonshade with a new border, which is sick, Garion and Yggdrasil, which makes sense because Regalia, but also Mariabella Sincere Engineer by herself, not
so
on the split
hyped.
cards anymore.
I'm so hyped.
Steven Jesswade tackled me at Worlds when he saw this. This man ran across the room and screamed at me and tackled me.
I believe it.
And both of us were so excited together. Flight of the Holy Sword will make the Dark Tree games take up to 6 times as long, which is again why you bring Divine Lightnings, so that you can turn off Dark Tree, or you play a Life Loss deck. Always have some Life Loss in your back pocket. So you get these top 6, as well as one of 4 of the other random ones. So 3 blank ones, and then the Excalibur promo from the War event. I really hope they do more of those kind of cool community engagement events.
Event.
That was pretty sick. These promos are sick. The fact that it's every single box has all 6 of these is
it's a lot of value.
Quite honestly,
value.
Quite honestly, cracked.
They
Dark
are
Alice
non-foil, so the originals are still good, but
buy 4 boxes, have a playset of Dark Alice. Okay, done. Sure.
Oh, hi, Steven.
Yeah, so that moment when Dark Tree runs Divine Lightning so they can play Lumia and get away with it. That's funny. Yeah, but the Memoria collection is sick. Hands down, enough of a motivation to just go ahead and buy boxes as opposed to the pre-release kit, because you're just going to, especially since the extension rules are also going to be in boxes and not the kits. At this point in time, there truly, I don't believe, is a reason to buy kits as your product, unless you're running a pre-release with your friends or a draft of some kind.
Ruler, if it's still one of each ruler in the box, it's still but
nope. I'd rather just buy 2 boxes and just roll the dice because of how much value I get out of the promos. Your LGS will not have enough stock on these boxes. Odyssey Games got you covered. Go get your pre-orders in now. They did show off the Origins Errata, which is sick, which means it's coming off the ban list for sure. Or what you could do is play Scarlet. Don't threaten me with a good time. Let's play some Scarlet. We have better null support now, so don't threaten me with a good time. So there's that. Next up, we got the announcement of the 6th set. The 6th set of hero cluster is called Judgment of the Rogue Planet. It's coming in November. They had a really nice thing where the hero was right there in the middle, which I was like, yeah, I respect that, which is dope. The only thing we got out of that... Mike Rants?
Mike?
I gotta change all of my image selections now. Mike Rants!
It's that guy!
The only thing we got out of about the hero of the rogue, Judgment of the Rogue Planet was a couple of pieces of ruler art. We saw Solaris and Arc, and then we got this beautiful image right here, which I will note. Here's the thing. Ayu's in the left, Nyarlathotep's in the right, Alice is very clearly in the back middle, Rhea is in the front, Gil is on the right. Yep, I'm in. I'm sold.
Paid.
And then if you didn't hear it in the announcement, Rio went, and I quote, "It is a horizontal card art, so I wonder what card it's for."
Ray, tag.
Rio.
Ray,
I was like,
tag.
Rio, my man. Thank you for telling us that this is the extension rule artwork for set 5 or for set 6. I'm here for it. I'm in. I'm done. I'm sold. Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah. This will be this will 100% be Rhea cluster extension rule to go along with the set that we just had, Lapis, Alice, and Alice Origins, very clearly coming out in set 5. I'm hyped. We talked about the fact that, like, if the extension rules include Valhalla, which I think you could probably do, like, I think you could extension rule Valhalla. It would just mean you have Divinity 20, which, like, I mean, okay,
it doesn't really
I guess.
do anything.
It doesn't really, like,
you still
change
can only
much.
have one Master Rune in your rune deck anyway as well.
Yeah, it just lets you have, like, better specific pure runes, because you can have, like, a diversified color banquet there, but, like, the max runes you could have is at that point in time is 15. You could play 15 Divinity, which is, like, fine if that's what you want to do. I have to hold on. I'm gonna recapture the screen here now that Mike's here.
Yeah, it was Mike screwed up the thing the entire time.
Yeah,
and
Mike's
also muted.
Yeah, we can't.
I love messing things up.
Muted the entire time.
Comes in, sits here, muted.
Jumps on stream, says nothing, leaves.
That's what I'm saying.
Refuses to elaborate.
That would be the true. Didn't disconnect. Keep in mind, did not disconnect. Just left. So yeah, we got this image, which is honestly sick. There's a lot of speculation for who that character in the middle background is. It's very clearly Alice. Like, if you look at that, the hair coloring and everything,
headdress.
And also if you look at her artwork for Order Alice, the headdress is the same as the one that she's wearing in the Order card. So it is very clearly Alice there. But Ayu coming back is sick. Gil coming back is sick. Rhea coming back is sick. Nyarlathotep is, like, strange that she's so prominently featured on a Rhea cluster card, because she was just there as Scarlet. So, like, that to me is a little interesting. Like, I would kind of expect that to be, like, Imul maybe instead, but whatever. I'm still great. It's very funny how, like, let me preface this. No information, total speculation. Who knows?
Oh no.
I wonder how much of this was, we got to put 5 characters on. Who should we put? And EG was in the background going, "Put Nyarlathotep."
Yeah, it'll sell. Gnarly sells.
Put Gnarly back on.
Pick the marketing girl.
Yeah, because, like, if you ask EG who's EG's favorite character, it's 100% Nyarlathotep, like, across the board. It's hands down his favorite Val character.
EG's based. I don't know what to tell you. I love seeing that.
Yeah. So overall, though, this is absolutely sick. I cannot wait for it. And we did get to find out that in set 6 is when you will get that hero contract pack number 2, which is going to have the versions that aren't stamped for the world's style contracts. The biggest thing to take away from this is if they're going to be full art on the front, like they are for the world's ones, and I wouldn't be surprised if they aren't. I wouldn't be surprised if they are. It seems probable. Also, if you notice very clearly, on the far right and on the far left, cut off is the Leviathan sword and the Excalibur sword. So, like, a second printing of those just kind of hanging out in the wings, which is, again, sick. Totally fine with that. Let's get those more of those into players' hands. So I'm down for that 1,000,000%. Okay, what else do I have in here? We did get the announcement. It is coming out on November of 2023, which is awesome. You need a display from the set. Yeah. And then we have the biggest news to me, blew me completely by surprise. Had no idea this was something that they were thinking. I thought they were going to announce ABC
blew me by
starters.
surprise. Jeremy Franklin 2023.
blew me by surprise. There you go. Is Extra Pack Masterpiece Collections. These Masterpiece Collections. This is Extra Pack 1. This is a new standalone product. Probably going to be very much akin to like the Rebirth of Legends style products, I would imagine. Is like where they can fit that in. Which is the first one is Pilgrim Memories, which is featured and focused on Grim Cluster. It is going to have exclusively rulers from Grim Cluster reprinted,
and they might have
and it is going to have let me pull this up. Specifically, they said new support cards for the old rulers. This is
so cool.
It is so clearly designed to be a way to give love to these old rulers. So not only are we letting them tag, but we're also getting them new kits, and that is sick. Hands down, that is sick.
More Musketeers.
More Musketeers. And then they also said that also alternative illustrations are coming. So there will be like in there will be reprints with new art. So if you looked at this image very clearly to me, on the left, on the left, it's very clearly Bullet of Envy. I think if we're just like purely going off of this, I think the left is Bullet of Envy. I think the second one is probably Bastet.
Oh. I'm looking at the old picture. The stream hasn't caught up yet. There we go.
Okay, we're back.
I think that's probably Bastet, it feels like. Or it's a Scheherazade card. Yeah, it's Creator Cats. The one in the middle, I think it might be Feetsing, like the true Magic Stone.
I don't know. I feel like it's Zeke's.
If it's the true...
It might also be Zeke's. It could also be Zeke's.
It could be Zeke's. Zeke's does have a promo already, but...
With the whole literally Little Red holding up the
stones. Yeah, so it's very similar kind of idea. And then I guarantee you that card on the right is 1-inch boy.
No, yeah, absolutely.
I
was going to say Susan, and then I was like, no, it's 1-inch boy.
That's 100% 1-inch boy. Like, put money on it. That is 1-inch boy. Which, dope. Let's go. I'm in for it. With so many things that we have.
It could be Carmilla, but I don't know.
That's a dude.
No, the vampire, the panther.
Oh, that could be. I could see the panther lady being baby Carmilla. The color scheme is a little bit weird.
Oh, maybe Laura Bloodspeaker. I would love some Laura. Oh, that'd be so cool. Laura's my favorite
Sakamoto. Ryoma Sakamoto. No, I think it's.
Shut up.
That was the Mingolf one. That doesn't.
It doesn't count.
No, but I do think that that to me looks very much like a 1-inch boy artwork.
See, that's
overall, just like cool, just like freaking sick. That product, like, had no idea that product was being announced. It's an 01. It's a Masterpiece 1, and they don't usually number something unless they're gonna do more. So that's huge, right? So keep that in mind. So there's probably gonna be future Masterpiece sets. So it's just like, oh my gosh. 2024. This product is releasing in January of 2024. And the new cluster will be releasing in early 2024. They did say that the next cluster will be after set 6. So
can't wait until next year, ladies and gentlemen.
2024. It's gonna be insane. And then did I have anything else that got spoiled? No, I did not. So that is everything that got spoiled with that. Like I truly was flabbergasted as I sat there at work. You could hear in this, like probably you could hear in the stream, just like someone like screaming excessively. It was me every single time.
Jeremy and I were literally playing a game of draft, and every time he was like doing a play, he would make the play as quick as possible, and then go back
so that I could turn and watch the screen. I was just like, play. Woo! I did beat Mike very handedly in that game of Cube.
Oh yeah, I drafted the worst deck.
You did. You drafted terribly. It was bad.
It was perfect. Jerry, you know what we should do next time? Total Chaos Draft. You don't even look at the cards. Just draft one from the pile.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Have I told you about the time where I announced to the cube? We did a 4-person cube with the cube at FowFest. Jeremy Lindley was part of it. I announced as we sat down, gentlemen, I'm only going to draft Darkness cards. Do with that what you will. I'm only going to draft Darkness. They proceeded to hand me the most cracked Darkness pool ever, and I won the cube. I only drafted cards that had Darkness in them, and then I drafted Severing Winds, and This Means War, because I don't have to pay any will for them. So those are technically darkness cards in my book because I didn't have to pay anything that wasn't black for them, and I won the cube.
That sounds about right. No, that sounds about right. People just draft what they want to because it's a fun cube.
Yeah, it is.
That's true. It is a very fun cube.
I think we cubed like 6 times over the course of like the time that we were there.
Yeah, you guys cubed a lot while we played Epic Stories.
Shouldn't playing ABC.
Yeah, well, that's the next thing I want to talk about too. Is we have now had some of the best players in the world sit down for an entire day trying to break ABC and like trying to understand it and learn it. And let me tell you, they started playing before top 8 started and didn't stop until like 2 a.m. I came down from my hotel room and they were still just hanging out in the lobby of the hotel playing ABC. They've got something pretty sick. Now that we've actually like gotten a chance to play it, it's honestly a lot of fun. I really, really like it.
Yeah, ABC is actually currently my favorite way to play Force of Will. Like, yeah. I appreciate Worlds, but I don't find myself playing competitively again. I just don't feel that same spark that I did. ABC has me thinking. Like, that's the crazy thing.
Like, the crazy thing to me about, for those of you who are thinking about ABC, I think there are 3 big lessons that I have for people considering ABC. Is the first is you are not playing Force of Will. You are playing ABC. Like, you cannot view them as the same game. And how that's going to make things different is it's going to change how you evaluate cards, and it's going to change how you evaluate the board state, because threat analysis is huge, instrumental.
Yeah.
Understanding who is the actual threat at the table and what happens when you eliminate that threat, like who becomes the next threat and how. So and to explain that a little bit, a card in a heads-up game of Force of Will, a card like Lightning Rod Mermaid would be pretty good. In ABC, Lightning Rod Mermaid is the most terrible, awful card you can ever cast, and it's annoying as shit.
Have you ever played Interdimensional Graveyard outside of draft? No? Cool. You're going to play
I brought it up earlier. I brought it up earlier.
Cards nutty. Nutty.
So many tokens.
Yeah, Steven saying Athena's Zhuge Liang. Get out of here, Steve. That was the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life.
But like, so that's those are my like first 2 points. Is like you're not playing ABC, and you need to understand that your like threat analysis has to change. Like, you have to be doing that, because point 3 is you're not only playing to win, you're also playing to make sure that no one else loses.
Yeah, because if somebody else loses,
huge.
You
lose, right? So you actually have to be like genuinely invested on keeping other people alive. Otherwise, your deck could be going incredibly smoothly, but the person who you can't interact with has just decided to win the game faster than you. And then you're just, well, too bad. But Ryan Miles put it like this, which I thought was really great. And it's a cool like tagline for people, is most of the time, and if you're playing if everyone at the table is actually playing ABC instead of actually playing Force of Will, when games end, so much cool stuff has happened that you really do just want to play again, like immediately, like change your seating arrangement and just start again. Most of our games that we were playing at Worlds, unless it was like 4 green-blue players, took like what, 50 to 60 minutes?
Shut up, Jeremy.
Took like what, 50 to 60 minutes, Mike? That's about on average how long my games were.
Oh yeah, no. When I played against the Germans, I switched up to a black-white tempo deck. Highly recommend anybody who's playing this format, try something tempo aggressive, try something that you're not really used to playing, because you're going to find something fun out of it. I'm a mid-range player. I started playing a mid-range / control deck, mostly because I pulled the acrylic Deepwood ruler, and of course I had to because, branding. But then I realized how miserable it is playing a table of blue-green, blue-white.
Yeah, you all sat down for that table, and I was like, please don't. You're going to hate yourselves. You're like, no, we're going to do it. I was like,
the worst part, though, is that Jeremy gave us all a Ray Asnable to start it off. So all of our decks had the worst guy in the world.
I did. You guys all asked for it. I was like, sure, here's everyone Ray Asable for everyone. Ray Asables, which, by the way, I never got back.
Ooh,
but I did tell you could all. I have like so many of them. It's okay.
No, I'm about to say, this card is like, this is a keepsake for me from Worlds.
So is it possible to play ABC on Untap? Technically, yes, but you're probably better
It's
off
not a good
playing
interface.
You
But
probably
yeah.
are better off playing spell like trying to get the cards IRL and playing spell table or
Yeah.
tabletop simulator is
That's
also a
pretty
good
good,
option for that. Much better than Untap, but you can for sure.
Yeah, I definitely did. I
Um,
used to do spell for Epic Stories when Severtino's group and I played a long time ago.
So Minha, so play a stemma. I mean, you can play it in your main deck if you're playing the black-red ruler,
That's
and if
something
you
cool
draw,
about it. That's why I love that.
and if you draw it, and if you convoke it, and if you can protect it. Because again, don't keep in mind that rulers in the ruler zone can be attacked. It really is. Like, it looks complicated at first thought. You're like, oh, these rules are so weird. And then you sit down and you play it, and you're like, oh.
And you realize it's the same
Wait a minute.
every time. It's not like a new rule you have to learn for each deck. It's all the same rules. Everything is very homogenized except for like the 56 cards that aren't rulers in your main deck. It's really
it
cool.
really does truly feel like it's flushed out as a format. It feels very like the rules feel they make sense once you get a hang of it. And once again, you realize you're not playing Force of Will. You are playing ABC using Force of Will
Such
cards.
a different game. It's a very
It is.
different game.
I will take this chance to point out Mr. Lance Maverick is going to try and do an ABC stream tomorrow.
Yep.
Is it tomorrow or Friday?
He has said tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Lance Maverick, who co-hosted World Stream with me, thank you, Lance, is going to be hosting it over on his Twitch. We're going to try to do some other here as well.
Twitch.tv/Lance Maverick.
Twitch.tv/Lance Maverick. Our very own Michael Rance here is going to start doing ABC content here on Ruler School very soon. Talking about like breaking down deck ideas, breaking down like I think you and Lance talked about developing like a saltiness scale in terms of like recognizing like power levels of different decks and everything.
International Graveyard is a 10.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so it's very interesting. Can you attack the Arcana rulers? No, you cannot attack the Arcana rulers. You can, however, remove their imperishable and then kill them.
And make them astral.
Hades was a lot of fun. It's rulers that have convoke counters on them can get attacked so that they can get removed. And like again, you think that's a weird rule, but then you think of like, what if someone plays the stemma? Oh wait, we can answer that. Like it really does feel very flushed out. It's just Belial is banned in ABC. Sorry.
Belial, Carlino, what else? There's some other big ones.
Feasting.
It does have a ban list.
Yeah.
It does have a ban list.
That's the other thing too for me is someone described as playing ABC. Lance described it as playing ABC before that time at Worlds was alpha testing, playing at Worlds was beta testing, and we gave them a lot of really good information and questions to answer and cards to consider for the ban list that will probably influence the list. Things like Bastet, Windia, and Interdimensional Graveyard and Lightning Rod Mermaid are probably
Ethereal Princess.
Oh,
you'd be I don't think she's actually ban worthy if you also ban Windia. Having been being the person who is playing the deck that has both Windia and Ethereal Princess in it.
Come on.
Don't get me wrong. They're both good. Like Windia is like by herself, Windia is like significantly better than Ethereal Princess. Ethereal Princess is a clear and present threat. But then if you combine Ethereal Princess and Windia, you're just like, cool. Does any of your stuff have 400 defense? No, that's dead. Like just every turn, just blah blah blah. So there are, but I will say this again to speak to the format and the fact that table makeup is so important. I felt that my deck on a saltiness scale would probably be at like power level 10. Like I feel like my deck, and Mike, you saw my deck, right?
Yeah,
like
it was cracked.
I feel like my deck is truly like a power level 10, like in the ABC environment. I only won 2 of my ABC matches the entire time that I was in Worlds. And like that's what I mean in terms of you have to be playing and understanding that like you're playing ABC, you're not playing FOW. And it really does, like, for instance, I probably could have won a lot more of my matches if I had been thinking, oh yeah, winning crystals. Like my brain was not thinking winning crystals. I was thinking FOW. So I wasn't I wasn't thinking, oh, I've got Abdul, I've got a handful of answers, and I've got my 8 Arcana ruler up, and I've got like 5 stones. I should just be swinging at my opponent. Wasn't thinking that at all. I was just thinking, how do I control the board state? Lost the game because of it.
Yeah, like, the big thing with like the winning crystals rule is it just makes certain rulers way more valuable in the main deck than others. Like Sylvia Pelorilius, cracked, like absolutely cracked.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff that you can do, and also just like the experience itself is super super fun. We have 100% committed now to doing ABC side events at FowFest. We're probably going to offer like a cheap, let's just fire a pod of 4 like standalone side event where like everybody pitches in $5 and the winner gets 10 prize wall points, like something like that. You know, if you just want to get 4 people together and launch it, cool. We're also going to be offering like ABC tournaments where we're going to have like a 16-person pod that then breaks into a 4-person pod, so 2 rounds. We're going to be offering that as a side of it. It truly was so much fun. Literally everyone I talked to, like, they would grumble about it when they were like first getting used to it, but then they'd be like in a game and they'd be like goofing around and like chatting it up. And Ryan described it as, even when you lose, you got to see so much cool stuff happen in the game that you just want to keep going. Like, it doesn't feel bad to lose because people are doing cool stuff.
Card text still overwrites limitations, right?
Correct.
So you can still play multiples of a card that
kimonos.
says you can.
All 12 kimonos.
Okay.
All 12 kimonos. But keep in mind that if you play 12 kimonos, you get 8 other 1-drops.
Yeah,
for anyone who doesn't know, there's very specific rules on how many 1-drops, 2-drops, and 3-drops you can.
Yeah, but but that's what I'm saying is like, we thought that was silly, but honestly, then having played it, it feels fleshed out.
Yeah.
Right. And there's some things that they can tweak. Like there are some ways to kind of like cheat extra 1-drops into your deck in a way by playing like the split cards. Like Suya technically counts as a 3-drop. So that's a 1-drop kind of Lumia. But again, a lot of those are like color locked. So like only being locked to 2 colors also plays a huge factor. Overall, I mean, like it's just a lot of fun.
Also,
I can't wait to play.
I'm gonna raise my hand really quick here. No void cards is great. I love the fact that you can't use Regalia.
Yes. Really
100%.
do like that.
One of the problems that I've always had with games, like even like playing Commander, like half your deck is just colorless artifacts that make the rest of your deck more consistent. I like the color lock for all 60 cards.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. I do kind of want to show off a couple of things here. As we kind of close out the discussion on ABC, is just like they did mention that in that like post about Worlds that people were so receptive to ABC that they're probably going to look into making like product, but they also probably will have like a way for stores to get the same kind of pre-cons that we got. And then I've got a couple of other things that came out of the pre-cons once we got our hands on them, which is one, the reprints in them are stacked.
Cracked beyond all recognition.
Lumias, Suyas, Witch of the Fallen Kingdoms, Priscia, Dark Alice Rabbit Princess, Rulers out the crate, like
Zeus, Alice, and Palace.
Zeus, Alice, and Palace, Olympians, although they were played everywhere. Like so many good cards for every single color. It like crazy. So that was one. Second, we got 2 quality of life improvements, one of which probably doesn't matter much, one of which has huge implications for what we're about to walk into. First off is that they updated things that say you may rest X rather than pay this card's cost to just be mastery, that thing. So they have now blanketed mastery as a terminology for that idea. Second, at least as far as we could tell, I didn't see if they didn't give us a black-green demo deck, so I don't know if Persephone would have been updated to this, but all of the pay X, discard this card are now inheritance. They're actually finally inheritance.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Mike.
I can play Prego.
Guys, Glorious is probably about to have tag. Like, that's not nothing. Like,
Glorious
Have you
is gonna get a serious power boost.
Like, this is the Giants. This is, by the way, the DBV Giants. The stuff that Carlina is discarding. Like, 6-stage stone needs to be unbanned. Hard pass.
No.
Absolutely
Hard
not.
pass. But yeah, no, it's crazy. Like, that's... I think it was a rather quiet room. It was like early in the morning. I think Mike was there. I probably jumped like 3 feet in the air when I saw that.
Yeah.
I exploded.
And they fixed the text in Angramoto, so it works actually as intended.
Yeah, like
The addition also has to be also had to be rested or something, I believe, in the old text.
Yeah. What got errata to have inheritance? Yeah, the DBV, the noticeable ones were the DBV Giants and Dinner Time.
Not Dinner Time.
Or sorry, not
Table
Dinner Time.
Manners.
Table Manners. That one. But there were other ones as well, which probably means like all of I think
Persephone probably is going to get one of that.
the black white angel, the fallen angel, the 5-drop.
Yeah.
Like all the Carlina stuff got inheritance. But we did see Olympians get reprinted, but we didn't see the black-green. Like, the decks that they handed out at Worlds were blue-green, white-black, green-red, and black-red. Those are the 5. So we didn't get to see green-black, which means we didn't see Persephone, but we know Persephone is in that example deck from on the official site. So if we had gotten to see that, we would have been able to see
Hunting Angel,
inheritance or not.
Hunting Angel 2 also got errata. That was
Hunting Angel.
That card's a house in ABC.
Yeah, there's so many cool things. How do we get a hold of these reprints? Glorious needs to wreak some havoc. As soon as they get the ABC stuff, but also keep in mind that now that these cards are released, it's just you just know.
You just have it.
The errata is just carried over. So if you have the original Giants, you can just play with them as if they have inheritance. Now.
Just look at them and be like, this has inheritance. I'm going to use this with Glorious. Pitch Trow, draw a card.
Wow. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's a huge buff to Tharia for sure.
All right, so who are we going to pair Gafaria Glorious with, though?
Lumia.
Ooh.
Blink Lumia.
Probably Prisia, I would imagine.
Prisia too. Oh, Jeremy, what about getting Fox and then Judgmenting Faria, getting the Killing Stone, discarding the Trow for free to get another Killing Stone?
I don't hate that. I also think for Fox that I'm also playing Prisia. Because the idea of Griffin, get 2 stones, give my Griffin swiftness and flying off of resonance triggers from Prisia seems pretty good. Just saying. Or like make my Amit call stone, hit a windstone, give Amit swiftness, try to kill you. Like
Firestone gets swiftness, sir.
Sorry, you're right. Get a different stone by calling a stone. Whatever. I'm playing Magic Stone Dance of Chaos in that deck. You can't tell me not to.
I mean, that's fair because you just sack off the
sack up to Killing Stones. Anyway. It's fine. Just I will hit a Killing Stone on 1.
Wait, how are you playing that? Oh, never mind.
It's red.
Prisia. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that's coming out of it. And so to kind of close out tonight, I just kind of want to show off a little bit better view of some of the swag that got handed out. People were asking for kind of some stuff. First off, we have this wonderful Red Eyes.
Jeremy, which number is yours?
I got 10. I got number 10.
Pretty good. Hang on.
These are serialized.
I've got mine as well. Hang on.
Yeah, so these are pretty cool. I'll try to dim the lights a little bit so this is a little bit easier to see. So we have these wonderful, cool. I'll also make myself big. Real quick.
Jeremy. All right.
We got Red Eyes, the Aristella. I ended up walking out with 4, but here's 3 of them of the acrylic ABC rulers. I also
How'd you get this many? Jeez.
I hustled my ass off.
Fair enough.
You have
I was
no
about
idea.
to beg for the red-white one, but I don't know who got the red-white one.
I think I might have actually been one of the only people to get green-black. I did not see green-black around very much. It feels like it might have been one of the hardest to get, and it was in my staff. It was in my staff bag.
60.
No, it did not. No,
it didn't.
It kept at 70.
Stefan from Germany got the 69, and I begged him for it, and he would not give it up.
Yeah,
I thought it'd been the funniest shit in the world, but it couldn't make it happen.
We also got these cool will coins for the worlds.
Yeah, those are really cool.
And those are really nice. And then we got, I can open this now. It comes with the 10 foil ABC rulers in base rarity, and then a
Mhm.
winning crystal tracker, which is really nice. I would have liked to have gotten 3 of these so I could like lay 3 down,
No,
but
you
you
should
can just like
put a
put a
dice
die on
You're
it,
fine.
and then it's
Come
fine.
on,
So that's a cool
please.
little indicator. Another little scaff gift that was left over from the bingo, so I got to walk away with it, was this wonderful Gil Lapis acrylic.
Oh,
Oh, I got a Valentina one. Hang on, where'd mine go?
Yeah, that was really nice. That can I just say
I found my Armstella.
we didn't.
Mine was 21.
Oh, you got 21? That's
21.
20. Oh, you got Bremonts.
Yeah.
Or is that okay? Nice.
Stories.
Tories. Yeah. Did you swap her for the 21 one?
Oh yeah.
So I will say it didn't get streamed, but one of the highlights of my worlds was getting to host bingo.
Yeah.
dang.
Jeremy did just like rattle off cards. Just one.
They
after
told me to
another.
go fast. They were like make it entertain. They were like make it entertaining, and then I
But go
like
fast.
read the first 4. No, they were like make it entertaining, and then I read the room as soon as I started, and I was like, no. We're just gonna end this.
Wait,
So it's just like,
wait, Jeremy, can I show off the miscuts?
oh yes, I have some as well, which is
I got the
I
miscut
hate you
marbles.
so. I hate you so much that you got those ones. So the
Oh
other cool
my
thing that
God.
they did.
Wait,
The other
wait,
co-
I
the
want
other-
that ISIS so much.
The other
Patrick,
thing that they did that
Patrick,
was
do you
really
want to see
cool-
the?
I
do you wanna
want
see
that
the
ISIS
sticker?
so much.
Wait. So to let people know what they did, at the player party, everyone got like a random like package that had 2 cut but not finished cards. So they had been like cut from the sheets and then
Yeah,
not
like
finished.
These ones.
And then like those ones, yep. And it was for a raffle, and the raffle was, which I thought was so clever that this was the raffle. If you got a full art normal in your raffle ticket, you got to pick from this box of additional packs of them. So again, full art normals are specifically the hardest thing in Force of Will to pull statistically for a specific. So I was like, that's cute. That's a
and I
real
got,
stuff.
and I got mine uncircumcised. But
And,
anyway.
and so there was all kinds of crazy cool stuff that came out of that, and it was like ranging from unreleased like monthly promos, Memoria reprint packs, the GP promos like Mike got, the attribute sets from Underworld of Secrets. So like, from War of the Sun. So like Steven Holscheiser got the Funf package, so it was like all Funf cards, including a Funf secret rare, uncut, which was sick. We also got to find out that Falling into the Cracks of Time and Jin, the Flicker Jin, are getting promos.
Mike,
Those
I
are
need
getting
you to
monthly
stop
promos coming
flashing
soon.
Lucy.
Okay.
And then
once Jeremy's done.
I didn't get a chance to be part of the raffle because I was not a player.
It's
But
so
Brandon Bremont graciously gifted me the ones that he got, and he gave me the one that he got was Memoria reprint promos, but specifically it had the 10th anniversary Grimm.
Oh,
in it.
that's so sick.
So I have the 10th anniversary Grimm uncut.
That's pretty
Yeah,
sick.
it's uncut. It's probably one of the only cards that I'm ever going to get graded, because it's just so sick. So yeah, that was really cool. And then Mike will show you these things that he got.
Hey, Patrick, you know what's better than uncut Marvel rares? Uncut Marvel rares signed by Nekobayashi.
Yay!
Bruh.
The other cool thing that they showed off was they had these cool character stones.
Oh crap! I didn't just get the marbles as well. I also got.
Mike, I'm
the
gonna bug
duets.
you at Valfest for
Yeah,
the
you got the
night.
duets. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So they had these character artwork stones.
Yeah,
which
so
are
many
really
of those.
sick.
I got so many Alice's.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them. Not only did we all get a pack of 3 just for showing up, but we also could like buy packs of them. So I also have a bunch of like sealed packs of those to give away at Fowfest, and also because I got enough to replace
Jesus
2/3 of my cube stones. Because I bought so many that I got 6 of each character to put in the cube, which means I have 12 of each of these Italian basics to now give away at Fowfest too.
Oh,
So if you're
Jeremy,
coming
did
to
you show off the
Fowfest
thing?
and you want some shiny stuff, there you go.
Oh,
Show
give
off
me
the
those
thing that we
Sylvias.
got.
Give me those Sylvias.
Better win them in the prize wall, my guy.
Jeremy, did you also show off the other thing that we got for participating in? By the way, Dennis Cyber Ninja just leaves.
Oh yeah, was
Oh
it
my
the
God,
us
those-
being made as a card?
No, it wasn't that one, but I do have that one as well. But I also have this Japanese extension rules.
Oh yes, we all got a Japanese Crimson Moon Battleground.
Which, by the way, this game hasn't been printed in Japanese in how long, Jeremy?
A very long time.
So
that was sick.
For things to come, maybe?
Yeah, that's also probably a big indicator. And then we all got at least one of the pack had one of each of the contracts.
Yeah.
Which you can see they are full art on the front, which is nice. And that was the other thing that I hustled my ass off for, and I have a full play set of all of them.
Yeah, I only got one of each, but that's fine.
Yeah, I hustled.
Oh, did you show off the new rulers too?
We did show those at the very beginning. They're very nice looking. They are vanillas, but they are very nice.
With the actual cards themselves with the stamp on them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are nice. I like those.
And then I got a couple other things that I'll show off here real quick.
Oh my god, that mat. Oh, it's so cool.
Now we're in the gift phase. So I got this from my friends in China, Shu Kung Fu, who's a longtime friend.
Oh, that's so cool.
The nice Dante enters the game of cards, and I dropped the wrong mat.
Oh my god, it's a tea party.
It's a tea party, Matt. So sick.
Party, party, party. I want to have a party. You got a party, hardy. Party, party, party.
That song is so old. I can't.
Oh, this is my Valentina acrylic.
That's pretty sick. What? The Valkyries?
I dropped the wrong mat again. Damn it.
Oh yeah, they turned us into cards, by the way.
Use tokens of yourself.
Yeah,
I summoned myself in attack position.
I wish I got one of these. This is the guy's business card, Tanaka Hirozaku. This one's textured, which is so badass. By the way.
We also got art books. I don't have the art book really quickly. I have the art books that I received, but we have that.
I've got my art book on me, I think, somewhere here.
And then we also got uncut sheets.
Bruh.
Oh, I didn't get the uncut sheets. I got other things.
I did.
Valentina instead.
I'd like to point out that the uncut sheets that I have for me, some of these are Tyler's. The uncut sheets that I got for myself are from the blue-white deck, which includes Dark Alice.
Yep.
And Dexia's advice. And then this one has dinner time
and table manners.
And table manners.
It's got inheritance on it. That's the.
Yeah, this one says the inheritance. You can see.
Nice. I found the art book.
There you go. So we all got
it's a little more sheets. It's a little more anemic than the last art book I got back in 2018, but still got some nice pieces.
It's still very nice.
This is so sick.
Then obviously we got a bunch of artwork on it. And then this is the thing that I think obviously
rest in peace.
Obviously. Yeah. Obviously the people who walk away with the coolest stuff are first, second, and third.
Angry.
First, second, and third clearly get the best stuff. They get to be made into cards. We have been told that winners from previous years will actually be made into cards. So congrats to Ryan Miles for finally getting his card. Alejandro getting to be on 2 cards now. Look at him. But
wow, I really hope it's the first lie. I really hope he chooses the first lie.
I hope he gets the first lie as well. This was like my favorite thing that I got. I'll make myself big here for a second. So first off, a friend, a U.S. player, gave me his uncut foil Tinkerbell, which is awesome because the deck that I was really enjoying so much is Ainz, which I've gone on record saying is the best user of Tinkerbell.
100% correct.
I'll show you the Grim. This is the Grim.
Oh, that's so good with the border.
Yeah, it looks really nice with the border. I'm probably gonna get it graded just to keep it protected because all of these are one of a kind. But these 2 are the ones that were. I do have to thank Charlie because he helped me out to get the second.
Charlie.
One. But
thank you, Josh.
Everyone at staff. This is exclusive to staff. We got to pick one each from the ruler collection.
Oh.
So I have the fox. Of
course, you have the fox.
I have the fox. And with thanks to Charlie, because Charlie grabbed me the fox, which meant I was free
to grab the boy. To grab the boy.
Is he on the flip side? What's the flip side?
No, they're the artist proofs. They're literally single-sided.
That's so sick. Okay.
Yeah. So now I have literally my 3 favorite characters. I have Lilius Petal, Gil Lapis, and Grim as these like 10th anniversary version uncuts. Like, so sick. Absolutely sick. Worlds was incredible.
This is the
Worlds
best Worlds I've ever been to. I've been to 2. This is the best one.
This one was absolutely incredible. Completely drama free. Thank God.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, we finally did it.
Jeremy, I'm not gonna lie. Not only was this drama free, this was the best in terms of side events. Because ABC crushed it. It was the best in terms of prizing.
Absolutely.
Best in terms of bingo game. Best in terms of actual tournament being played, not going to lie. Because I don't think I've ever seen anybody as GigaChad as Alejandro drop the fucking first Sly Roamer combo on stream on the world stage. Like,
yeah, it was sick. It was sick. There was
billion years.
Like overall, I was very, very happy with like the top 8 like representation being multi-region, ruler, and deck style diverse. And
Shout out to Paul Martinson being the only U.S. player in the top 8.
I think this is our right. I think we have had a player in top 8 every year since, like, we have the most consecutive years of players in top 8 of any country. Yeah. I think Riser. Yeah, but still, it doesn't. A lot of players doesn't mean shit if you aren't bad. So like Riser, then Aaron, then Nick.
Yep.
Then
right.
Ryan, and now Paul. Right? 5. Oh no, and the year before that, Charlie.
Yes.
So it was Charlie, then Ryan, then Paul. 6 consecutive years of a U.S. player being in the top 8, which is awesome. That's a great record.
Well, what happened between 2020 and 2022, Jeremy? Come on now.
COVID. COVID took all the top 8 spots. COVID took all the top 8 spots. Yeah, it was super, super awesome. Players were having a great time. Players were having lots of cool decks were being played. Everyone was laughing and smiling. Obviously, there was some salt. I mean, you want to do well at Worlds, right? That's just natural. But it got shrugged off pretty. It got shrugged off pretty quickly. And people were having a great time. And again, we had Germany, U.S., Spain, Singapore, Hong Kong, all represented in the top 8. And then 4 different rulers with like 6 different decks in the top 8.
You didn't win, Holshizer. Sorry.
At least one person in World. Nick wasn't. Sorry. Yes, Steven. Thank you. You were also in 2019. Quinn was also in the same year with Aaron. I wasn't getting. I was just talking about at least one person. Sorry, Steven. You can be mad at me later. It's okay. I do think some players have chosen their cards, but we're still going to wait to see. I imagine that, I guessed, just off the cuff, I was like, let's see. Ryan's probably going to pick Trow, which is sick, because now it's going to have inheritance. Low King's probably going to pick number 13, I can't imagine, because that card was, not on anybody's radar.
Yeah, that card blew me out of the water for the sole fact that I had my wind child up, and he chose to pay the green.
Pay 1. Mm-hmm. Yep. Look, number 13, probably for Low King. I gotta believe Alejandro's gonna pick First Lie, at least for this year, because Alejandro gets 2. I don't know what Hokalok is gonna bring. I would imagine Hokalok might do gas. I think that would be a cool card for Hokalok to choose.
I know what's wrong with Derek's deck. Ain't got no gas in it.
Kyric's in the chat. Kiki's in the chat for Holshizer being forgotten. Yeah, Ryan, and then the 3rd place player in 2019 was from Australia, so I wonder if he's gonna get contacted to be made into a card, but we'll see. Overall, it was truly a wonderful event. I don't think anyone can be disappointed in how the event went. I don't think anyone can be disappointed in the tournament results.
And I'm just very glad that I got to spend all the time right before the tournament hanging out with Jeremy and all of our good friends.
Hey, yeah, it was great.
And missing the hell out of Patrick, who couldn't show up in time because of the passport
it's
thing.
That's okay. You better come to FowFest so I can hug you / mug you.
I'll take a hug mug, man. It's fine.
But yeah, I mean, we're now at this point where we're just like, it's so strange to have, we have FowFest right after, FowFest is in end of October, right? Because right now, normally we would be at the dead season, see y'all in February, you know what I mean? But that's not the case. See y'all in October, especially if I can get it made into a GP. But I haven't felt a down like since Worlds. I've just felt like more excitement, excited to get into ABC, excited to do stuff for FoutFest, excited for this Circuit Series stuff that we're working on, excited for the next sets, excited for like, I think Hero 1 was this weird, like, it got off to a little bit of a rocky start with like the stuff with the Moon Children rulers for sure. And like the contract like hiccups, but like it's kind of just been like a nonstop hype train since then. Like it's just only been up. Like it's crazy.
I don't know, they're starting to do a little bit of a Wizards thing where like they're flooding us with product, but it's product we've been asking for forever.
Yeah, and like it's not even like, but it's also like it's not even product. It's like stuff in the stuff that we were already gonna buy.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just free stuff.
Someone described it as like, oh man, these promo reprints are like secret layers. And I'm like, no, not at all. They're just included in product you were already going to buy. Darn. How dare they?
Oops.
Yeah, it's super sick. A lot of cool stuff coming. I think I Spy really showed that this time that they have been taking in COVID to like lead up to this, they've been taking it seriously. Like Murata-san was present 100% of the event. Like you could literally find Murata-san everywhere.
Yeah, cool.
At the event. Eiji was present a lot of the time.
Eiji signed my Japanese Lorite, and I was so happy.
Like that was super sick to see. Kawamoto-san was a pleasure to meet. That was very nice to meet him. Hanging out with Rio was sick.
Rio's so cool. I love Rio.
Rio is so cool. Like I was telling Patrick before the stream, like
Rio is unbelievable.
I wanted to meet Rio so bad. Like when we saw Rio like first show up, I was like, I will meet this man. We are going to be best friends. And now we are Discord friends, so I can talk to Rio whenever I want.
So cool.
So that's sick. But like it was so cool to see, and it just has me more excited for what goes on in the future. Yeah, it's just like I want it to be Wednesday because I want to go to locals and I just want to play like immediately. I have the 5 AB
because he draws Alice, but anyway.
I have. Hey, rip. Where there should be braid, there is only love for Thank you, Gunsling and Otaku. It's good to see you, Gunsling and Otaku. It feels like it's been a bit since we've seen you. Thank you for that super chat. There is only love for Nyarlathotep. Well, for me, it's a little bit different, but
for AG, it's always going to be a love for Nyarlathotep.
For sure. I like the ABC. I'm literally excited to like stay an extra hour after locals on Wednesday and just be like, try one of these ABC precons and let's go have a great time.
If I wasn't working Wednesday, I would come up and just take.
So what I'm hearing is we have to get Rio in for an office hour sometime. Listen here, if I can get Rio to come in for an office hour sometime, I will lose my mind. Like,
well, what time would it be? Like 10 a.m.
Right now it would be 11:30 a.m. for Rio.
I mean,
so not
listen, he works at FOW. He's doing FOW-related work.
Maybe we can get Rio.
Come on, it's genius.
We all got to wear masks in solidarity, so get your masks ready.
No, you have to wear gloves in solidarity. He'll wear the mask.
That was the one true miss of Worlds. That was the one true miss, is that there was a place to get yourself made into cards, and I did not have the gloves with me. They were still here in my office at the United States, so I could not get the gloves on the card.
I got to pose in my card that I made myself with the 2 signed Gorgon sisters that I got. It was great.
Yeah, and we also got a really cool meme that is like the inside joke of
square up,
the team
square up.
So we'll explain it to you later, Patrick.
Oh,
you had to be there. But there is a 2023 Team USA meme, and it's great, and I love it.
I think my favorite one is that the only person who listened to Jeremy top 8'd.
Yeah, okay. I did say this. Mike can also attest to this, too. Here's what happened. The ban list dropped for Aristella 1, right? And I distinctly remember immediately after that, in the 2023 Worlds chat, I went, hey, I think Aristella 1 is actually still a viable choice for Worlds. It might be worth exploring. That and Eins. And people were like, nah. What are the 2 decks that topped? 2 Eins and Aristella 1. I know what I'm talking about, people.
Okay, Eins was just good.
Ainz is good. Ainz is very good.
Ainz is good because Ainz is literally a library.
He is. I just want to be a library.
Yeah,
that is the
why?
name. I would
why
like to
search the library with daily research when you could
you can
the
be
library?
a library. That was the other. Like we always have like little team slang that or like the slang of worlds that comes up all the time, like for every single year. This time I very quickly heard everyone, like I was saying it and then other people were trying the Ainz deck. Just like I'd like to become a library. I would like to be Ainz is a like Ainz as a library. Ainz is a library. Like
tap Ainz to library.
I'd like to be a library, please. Like when I tap it, I'd like to be a library, please.
Hi, tap his library.
Holschweizer, nah, still wrong. Listen here, bud. How does it feel knowing that the Asuka, the only Asuka player to top 8 won and it wasn't you, Mr. Asuka Stan?
Ooh, that's okay.
Listen, you're gonna throw shade. Let's throw shade. Let's go, everybody.
Holschweizer, give us a nice little breakdown of how much you love facing aggro decks in this chat.
Oh
real quick, just give us a nice little breakdown here.
It was great being in the world's chat, reading messages from people, and not being there. I'm just like, man.
I think my favorite. I do have to give credit to Paul Martinson though. Like he was thinking about Falchion for a while. He was thinking about Ainz for a bit. Went back to, and I think it's a really good indicator of just like player comfort with the deck is a huge indicator. Like player confidence with the deck was a huge part of it too. He named the deck "Convince Me I'm Wrong." And he said that it came up because he built the deck and he said, okay, it's the night before Worlds. I want to play against everything that everyone has built. Convince me not to play this deck. He beat all of them and then said, I'm not convinced, and played it. So
I'm still very happy about all of the deck names. I still really like Derek's the most because it was just Kilo with no gas. It was a Kilo deck with no gas, and he calls it, I know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas in it.
But people were having a great time. It was honestly a ton of fun, and I can't wait to see what comes forward. Again, just as a reminder, I'll put it up on screen here again because I don't know if Mike has seen the true finished version. I will put this here to kind of end us here for the evening of FowFest 2023. Keep in mind that this is just the beginning of the announcements that I have for FowFest. There's a lot coming, but we do have the finalized playmat for this year that will be available for lots of different versions. Going to fill up the screen to take us out. This is the playmat that will be available on Prize Wall, Top 16, Champion, Top 8. And also for some giveaways. So be sure to come check that out. Link in the description below to get to that information. We'll also be able to like post a video here as well. You can check us out on Facebook and everything else. You can just search FowFest 2023. Kalamazoo, Michigan. It's going to be insane. You can actually reserve your hotel room now and it doesn't cost you anything until you get there. And the hotel is literally an elevator ride away from the venue. You get out of your room, you get in an elevator, you go to the ground floor, you walk out, there is the venue. So,
it's a very nice hotel.
They had elevators.
Breakfast was good too.
I didn't know they had elevators in Kalamazoo. Damn, the more you learn.
Oh, they had a lot of escalators too.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was that's very exciting for that. Lots of more information to come with that soon. Again, we're still getting caught up on other content, so like tournament report, feature matches, and all that stuff will be restarting coming at the coming weeks. But we just wanted to at least chat with all of you and show some cool stuff off, and appreciate you hanging out with us. If you like what we do, want to consider supporting the channel, click that join button down below to join as a member, or you can always just like and subscribe and share it out with your friends. Check out your pre-orders for the new set from Odyssey Games down below. Please sign up for the event this coming Saturday. It's going to be an absolute blast. Remember, it is Grim Tag only. It's going to be pretty sweet. And until next time, this has been myself, DMO73, and I've been joined as always by Patrick Ogrins.
Enjoy the game.
Yeah, and Mike Grants.
Hate the player.
Don't do that. Until next time, class dismissed.